The truth hits like a wrecking ball. You thought you were doing okay. You thought the struggle was normal. But now, you see it for what it really is. This isn't who you are. This isn't what you were meant for. The comfortable lies you've told yourself. The excuses you've lived by. You've ignored them for so long that they've become part of your identity. But now, it's too loud to ignore. Too painful to deny. How much longer are you going to keep lying to yourself? How much longer are you going to accept the same old thing? You think you're going to get somewhere? You think you're going to break out of this cycle without making a change? No, you can't keep going like this. This is the moment you realize the truth. You're stuck. You're treading water, telling yourself the same story, day after day. You've been comfortable in your discomfort, lying to yourself that this is just how it is. But now, you can't escape the truth. The truth that says you've been wasting time, letting opportunities slip through your hands. The truth that says you've been standing still while the world moves around you. Are you really okay with this? This is your wake-up call. Your soul-shattering truth. Everything you've avoided, everything you've ignored, comes crashing down now. The question is, are you ready to face it? Or will you keep hiding behind your comfort, your fear, your excuses? It's easier to stay where you are. It's safer, but it's not living. This is the pain of growth, the pain that you can't run from anymore. You're not falling behind. You're not wasting time. You're being rebuilt in silence. But that doesn't happen by staying the same. That doesn't happen by continuing to drift. It happens when you wake up. It happens when you face the truth. The truth that says you're capable of more, but you've been letting your own lies hold you back. You're standing in your own way. This is not who you are anymore. If you stay here, if you ignore this moment, you will stay stuck. You will live in this loop of empty promises, always promising yourself that tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow never comes. You will keep telling yourself you'll start next week, next month, next year. You'll stay comfortable while your potential rots away. This is the moment you decide if that's the life you want. This is where the old version of you starts dying. The old beliefs, the old habits, they have to go. And if you don't make that choice right now, they'll stay with you. They'll hold you hostage forever. So what's it going to be? You either decide to rise or you decide to stay down. But understand this, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. The longer you wait, the more comfortable you become with complacency. And that's where dreams go to die. You're in the middle of the storm right now. The battle is already raging. The lies, the fears, the doubts, they're all crashing against you, and they're loud. They're demanding your attention, telling you to quit. But listen to me. No one's coming to save you. You've got to make the call. You've got to decide if you're ready to walk through this fire and become who you were always meant to be. This isn't just about what you want. It's about what you're willing to fight for. This is the moment that forces you to face the uncomfortable truth of who you've become and what you've allowed yourself to stay. It's time to stop living in the shadow of what you could be and start living as the person you were meant to be. The question isn't, are you ready? The question is, will you act now or will you stay stuck forever? No one's waiting for your apology. No one's waiting for your excuse. There's no pity for the one who keeps postponing. You're either going to walk away from this moment, choosing comfort, choosing the lie, or you're going to face it. You've been silent long enough. No more excuses. You said you wanted more, but now it's time to show it. No one owes you an explanation, and they sure as hell don't owe you a reaction. Deliver anyway. This is the moment you rise. This is the moment you make the decision. But it's not the end of the battle. It's just the beginning. And trust me, the hardest part is just ahead. The fight starts now. It doesn't look like what you thought. No bright lights, no applause, just silence. And the voice inside you, the one that always told you it's easier to quit, it's louder than ever. You didn't expect this. You thought the battle was out there, but it's in here, right now. Your mind is screaming at you to run, to go back, to retreat to what's comfortable. But you know that's the trap. You know what's at stake. You know what happens if you let that voice win. So you stand still. For the first time in your life, you make the decision to fight. You're in the middle of a war, but this isn't the fight you can see. This is the internal war, the one that has been raging inside you every single day and you didn't even realize it. You've been fighting for survival, but now it's time to fight for something more. The old version of you is dying. The new one is trying to be born, but it won't happen if you don't fight. You've felt the resistance before. It's the voice that tells you you're not good enough. It's the voice that tells you it's too late. It's the voice that tells you to stay safe. But now you realize that voice is not who you are anymore. That's not your voice. The real fight begins here. You can't run anymore. You can't hide behind your excuses. You can't blame anyone else. The only one standing in your way is you, and that's the hardest battle of all. How long are you going to let fear control you? How long are you going to let doubt dictate your actions? This is the moment where the inner war becomes real. Your comfort zone will try to pull you back. It will promise you peace, but all it really offers is death. Death to your potential. Death to your dreams. Death to everything you've been too afraid to become. You said you wanted more. You said you were done with the same old routine. But now that it's time to make the choice, the fear creeps in. It whispers, maybe this is too much. Maybe you should just stay where you are. It's easier, but that's the lie. You're not most people. You're not here to stay stuck. You're here to break free. Every time that voice tries to pull you back, remind yourself, this is who I am now. There's no going back. Not now. Not ever. You're feeling it right now, aren't you? That tension, that push and pull. The part of you that wants to rise, and the part that wants to stay in the same broken place. But if you want to move forward, you have to burn that bridge. The old you is trying to hold you back, but that person isn't who you are anymore. The real battle is inside you. The reason it feels like a war is because it is. And the hardest part of this war is the fight that no one sees. You want the results, but you're not willing to do what it takes to get them. You want success, but you're still waiting for the perfect moment to start. And that's the trap. You'll never get the right moment. You've got to take the moment you have, right now. You've got to fight the fear that says later. You've got to fight the doubt that says not yet. Every second you delay is another second you stay stuck, another second you stay the same. This fight is raw. It's unrelenting. But that's how you know you're on the right path. The resistance doesn't show up for no reason. It shows up because you're close to something bigger than yourself. The question is, are you going to fold, or are you going to finish? You've got to decide now. No one owes you a reaction. No one's coming to save you. This is your fight. Only you can finish it. Only you can decide if this moment will define you, or if you'll let it pass you by. This is the moment where you choose to stand still long enough to fight. Long enough to face the fear, the doubt, and the voices that have been holding you back. Long enough to realize that everything you need is already inside you. You don't need another day. You don't need another excuse. You need to act now. You need to fight now. This battle isn't over, it's just begun. And as the voice of doubt screams louder and louder, you have to make the choice. Will you let it control you, or will you finally silence it for good? This is who you are now. The person who stands tall. The person who fights the fight no one sees. The person who pushes through when everyone else quits. But don't get comfortable. The real test is just ahead. The hardest battle of all is yet to come. You're standing at the crossroads. No more drifting. No more hiding. It's decision time. You can feel it, can't you? The tension, the weight of this moment pressing down on you. Everything up until now has led to this one choice, this one fight. So what's it going to be? Will you take the fight, or will you stay right where you are? Stuck in the same loop, the same pattern, the same excuses. This is where the rubber meets the road. No more maybe tomorrow. No more I'll get to it later. You either make the decision to fight right now, or you remain exactly where you are. And trust me, staying the same will cost you. Every second you wait is a second lost. Every excuse you give is another nail in your potential's coffin. There's no magic moment. There's no perfect time. The battle's happening now. The question is, are you ready to step into it? Or are you going to back off, letting fear and doubt pull you right back into your comfort zone? This is where you find out who you really are. This is where you either rise or stay stuck. If you choose the fight, you're stepping into something bigger than you've ever known. You're choosing the discomfort, the challenge, the grind, but it's the only way forward. It's the only way to break free from the chains of mediocrity, from the cycle that has held you back for so long. So again, are you going to fight, or are you going to stay the same? There's no middle ground here. There's no I'll try or maybe later. It's a clear choice, fight or stay stuck. And let me tell you right now, if you stay stuck, it won't be long before the pain of that choice catches up to you. You will see the years go by, wondering where it all went. You'll watch others rise and you'll still be standing in the same spot, wondering why it never worked out for you. The truth is, it's not the world holding you back, it's you. Every excuse, every fear, every moment you let slip by, it's all on you. So, what's it going to be? You've been in this battle long enough to know that you can't keep going in circles. The choice to stay where you are means more pain, more frustration, more wasted time. But the choice to fight, that's where you break free. That's where you create a new identity, and that's where you take control of your destiny. You said you were ready for change, but saying it doesn't make it true. You've got to show it. You've got to choose it, and you've got to do it right now. If you choose the fight, you choose to walk through fire, but that fire is the only thing that will forge the person you're meant to become. It's the heat that will mold your character, your mindset, your willpower. The stronger the heat, the stronger the person. So no more hesitation, no more excuses. Make the decision. Are you in, or are you out? The fight isn't easy, but it's simple. You either commit to it, or you don't. And if you don't, then you'll stay in the same place, battling the same demons, wondering why you're not moving forward. So what's it going to be? Every day you delay, you waste. Every day you don't fight, you surrender a little more of your potential. But if you decide to fight, everything changes. It's not just about one choice, it's about every single moment after that. The decision to fight is the beginning of a new identity. The person you've been hiding from is the person you need to become. This is who you are now, a fighter, a warrior, someone who's not afraid to step into the unknown, to face the fear, to overcome the resistance. This is who you are now, but you have to choose it. You have to decide. No one can do it for you. So take a breath, feel the weight of this moment, and then choose. Are you going to rise or stay stuck? Are you going to claim the fight, or are you going to stay in the same loop of excuses? The choice is yours. The fight is yours. And this moment, it's yours to make or break. And remember, no one's coming to save you. The only one who can change your life is the person staring back at you in the mirror. So choose the fight. Choose to rise. But don't expect it to be easy. The hardest part is still ahead. Every excuse is your next test. You feel it now, don't you? Resistance showing up in every form, every angle, the voices, the distractions. The doubts creeping in like smoke, clouding your focus. You told yourself you were ready for this. You swore you'd fight. But here it is, the moment where every reason to quit floods your mind. Every excuse lines up like an army, waiting to pull you back to safety. But you don't back down. You don't retreat. You face it head on. Because this battle, this is your proving ground. This is where you find out if you really want it. And if you're not willing to fight for it right now, you'll stay stuck. You'll keep making excuses, letting them control your life. The choice is simple: rise, or let the excuses define you. This is the test you've been avoiding, the test that's been there all along. And now it's time to decide if you'll let it win, or if you'll stand your ground. Because here's the truth: the resistance can't stop you unless you let it. Every time you say later, you give it more power. Every time you tell yourself, I'm too tired, you hand over control. But that's not who you are anymore. No, you're stronger than that. You've already faced down worse. You've already fought harder battles. This moment, this test, it's nothing. You've survived worse. You've endured more. And now it's time to prove it. Resistance doesn't get to win. You don't let it. You said you were going to rise. You said you were going to change. Well, now's the moment. It's your time to show the world, and more importantly, show yourself what you're made of. So stop making excuses. Stop pretending that you're too busy, too tired, too anything. You're stronger than every excuse that's holding you back. This is who you are now, a person who chooses the fight, no matter how hard, no matter how loud the resistance screams. Are you really going to let fear control you again? Are you really going to let doubt determine your future? Are you going to let this moment slip by, just like the others? Every excuse you make is just another test, a test you have to pass, and you will pass it. Not because it's easy, but because it's the only way forward. Here's the deal. If you delay now, if you give in to resistance, you'll be stuck right where you are. No progress, no change, just the same cycle of excuses and regret. And you're better than that. You are better than every excuse you've ever made. You know what to do. You know what's at stake. So don't even think about quitting. Don't even entertain the idea of giving up. The world doesn't need your excuses. The world needs your strength. And right now, the world needs you to show up for yourself. Every time you push through resistance, every time you stare it down and say, "Not today," you build a new identity. You become someone who doesn't let excuses rule their life. You become someone who makes things happen. You become someone who gets things done. This is who you are now, someone who fights, someone who chooses to rise, no matter how hard it gets. This is who you are now. But it's not over yet. This is just the beginning. The excuses will keep coming. The resistance will keep showing up. But you'll keep moving forward. Every test you face is an opportunity to prove your worth. So take a deep breath. Get ready. The next battle is already coming, and you'll be ready because you're not who you used to be. You're a fighter. You're unstoppable. But the fight is far from over. The next test is already on the horizon. You know it's coming, and you know what you have to do. So keep your eyes locked ahead. Keep your focus sharp. The real work begins now. Discipline isn't a choice. It's the only option. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, like a breeze that can't be relied on. But what happens when that breeze disappears? What do you have left when you've burned through every ounce of motivation and the fire inside you starts to fade? You have discipline. Discipline is your anchor when motivation abandons you. It's what carries you when the excuses start whispering, when the body aches, and when your mind starts searching for reasons to stop. Discipline is the constant. It's the decision you make every day to show up, no matter what. This is where the real shift happens. You can't rely on the highs anymore. You can't ride the wave of excitement because that's temporary. It always wears off. But what if you build something stronger? What if you created a system, a structure, that will force you to keep going even when everything else tells you to quit? This is who you are now. Someone who doesn't need motivation to succeed. Someone who's built a system that doesn't care about how they feel. Because when the grind gets real, when it gets hard, when you don't want to do it anymore, the system keeps you moving forward. It doesn't give you a choice. It forces you to stay on track. Are you really going to wait for motivation to kick in? Are you really going to bet your success on whether you feel like it today or not? You can't build a life on maybe, and if you can't create lasting change with an emotional roller coaster, because motivation isn't always there, and it's not consistent. But discipline never fails. You don't need to feel like working out. You don't need to feel like writing that script, making that call, doing the thing that moves you closer to your goal. What you need is the system that drives you regardless of your feelings. Discipline is the system that ensures you stay on track, even when your emotions are trying to pull you off course. This is who you are now. Someone who chooses the grind. Someone who is committed to a routine that forces progress, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. So stop asking for permission to move forward. Stop waiting for the perfect moment when you feel like it. That moment doesn't exist. There's only the system. There's only the discipline. There's only the discipline. The more you make excuses, the longer you stay stuck. The more you lean on willpower and hope, the harder it gets to push through. You'll find yourself back at square one. Every time you delay, every time you give in to your excuses, you dig yourself into a deeper hole. And the only way out is to stop negotiating with yourself. No more maybe tomorrow. No more when I feel better. You're done with that. You're here to build something unshakable, something that doesn't depend on how much sleep you got or how much energy you have. The system will carry you even when your willpower is gone. This is who you are now. A person who doesn't rely on motivation because they don't need it. You've made the choice to put the system in place. Now the system is in charge. No more guesswork. No more emotional ups and downs. The discipline is the only thing you trust now. You've got to make this decision. Right now. Are you going to keep hoping for motivation to hit, or are you going to commit to the grind? Are you going to keep thinking it will get easier, or are you going to get stronger? Every time you let discipline slip, every time you choose motivation over the system, you weaken your resolve. You're setting yourself up to fail again. But when you make the discipline non-negotiable, you build the muscle to rise, no matter the circumstances. This is who you are now, unbreakable, unwavering, driven by the system, not by emotion. Your decisions are final. You are no longer ruled by how you feel in the moment. You are ruled by the system you've built, and that system, it keeps you moving forward, no matter what. Even when you're exhausted, even when it feels like it's all too much, it doesn't stop. It doesn't let you stop, because discipline isn't a choice, it's the only option. Now think about this. What happens when you let go of the system? What happens when you decide to rely on motivation one more time? You stay stuck. You stall out. You let excuses creep back in. But if you double down on the system, if you make discipline the foundation of everything you do, you rise. You break free from the cycle. You make your goals inevitable. You create a life that doesn't depend on your mood. You create a life that moves forward, relentlessly. This is who you are now, and there's no going back. The only way out of this cycle is through, and the system is the way. The system is your ally. The system will push you when you can't push yourself. The system will drag you forward, even on the hardest days. It's time to commit. No more second guessing. No more waiting for motivation to show up. You are the system now. But this fight, it's not over. It's just beginning. The discipline will continue to test you. The grind doesn't end here. This is where your old beliefs die, and you stand in the power of your new identity. No looking back, no second guessing. It's time to make the hardest decision of your life. The moment when everything you've held onto starts crumbling. The old beliefs, the old excuses, the old patterns, gone. This is where you stop apologizing for wanting more. No more hesitating. No more "I'm not ready yet." You are done with waiting, done with wondering, done with doubting. This is who you are now. The person who no longer doubts. You've spent too long in the shadows, doubting, hesitating, second guessing, but no more. You don't get to play small anymore. You don't get to hide behind excuses. Today is the day your old identity dies, and you stand tall in the power of who you are becoming. This is who you are now. A force, a person who doesn't shrink, doesn't cower, doesn't question their own strength. No more apologizing, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. You are the force that moves forward, no matter what. Do you want to keep doubting yourself? Do you want to keep hiding behind the fear of not being good enough? Or are you ready to step into the full power of who you are meant to be? The past is gone. You have no room for it anymore. You've outgrown it. The person who doubted, that version of you is gone. It's dead. You killed it when you made the decision to move forward, when you took action, when you pushed through, when you showed up even when it was hard. That was the final nail in the coffin of your old identity. No applause, just proof. The old you never had what it takes. The new you does. The new you doesn't need permission. The new you doesn't need to wait for some perfect moment. The new you makes things happen, period. This is who you are now. The person who no longer doubts, no longer hesitates. The person who walks forward with confidence because they know who they are. They know the power they hold. They know that failure isn't an option. It's a lesson. So stop looking back. The rearview mirror is there for a reason, to see what you've left behind, not to keep staring at it. You can't keep looking at the mistakes, the failures, the regrets. They are dead. You are reborn. This is your second chance, and you don't get to waste it. Ask yourself, Are you going to let fear keep you from your destiny? Are you going to keep doubting your power, your potential, your purpose, or are you going to rise and claim it all? No hesitation. The only thing holding you back now is the fear of stepping into your greatness. It's not about waiting for things to be perfect. It's about deciding that you are enough, right now, as you are. The moment you make that decision, no more doubts, no more second guessing. That's when the transformation happens. This is who you are now. The person who owns their power. The person who doesn't wait for things to fall into place. The person who knows they don't need permission to shine. They just do. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not who you were 5 minutes ago. Every decision you make is a step closer to your true self. Every action is a declaration that the old you is gone. You know what you're capable of. You know what you've been through. No one can take that from you. The struggle was real. The pain was real. The battles were real. But you're still standing. So here's the question. Are you going to stay in the past? Are you going to let the doubts and fears keep you in chains? Or are you going to break free, once and for all, and step into the future with nothing holding you back? You've got the power. You've always had it. No more hiding. No more second guessing. You are who you've been waiting for. And there's no turning back now. This is who you are now. The person who chooses to step into their greatness unapologetically. The person who trusts their power. The person who says no more to fear, no more to doubt. The journey is far from over. The real fight begins now. This is where the results speak for themselves, and your legacy becomes something you're living, not just dreaming about. You've pushed, you've fought, and now it's time to step into the life you've been building, brick by brick. No more waiting, no more wondering if you're ready. The new version of you is here. The question is, are you going to live it or keep pretending? The past doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what you didn't have, what you didn't do, or how many times you thought about quitting. None of it matters. Because today is the day the new version of you steps forward. This is who you are now. The person who has stopped dreaming and started living their legacy. The grind was real. The sweat, the sacrifice, the moments you wanted to quit. It all led to this. This is where your effort shows up. This is where your work, your pain, and your commitment finally bear fruit. Your legacy is no longer a distant fantasy. It's your reality. This is who you are now. The person who doesn't wait for permission. The person who shows up every single day, no matter the circumstances. The person whose actions are louder than their words, whose results speak volumes without a single explanation. What are you waiting for? Are you going to fold, or are you going to finish? You've done the work. You've made the sacrifices. The results are there, all around you, but you have to claim them. No more pretending. No more second guessing. You're here to live your truth, and that truth is undeniable. No applause, just proof. It's not about the recognition. It's about what you've built, what you've earned. You don't need validation from anyone. The person you've become is enough. Your legacy doesn't require anyone to agree with it. Your legacy is your commitment to live fully, to stand in the power of your own identity. It's in every step you take, in every decision you make, and in the lives you impact without even knowing it. You say you want results. You say you want to change. But here's the reality. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will keep waiting. You'll stay stuck. And the version of you that could have had it all, gone. That person you dream of becoming, never happens. You delay now, and you'll stay stuck forever. This is who you are now. The person who doesn't wait, doesn't hesitate, doesn't shrink. The person who moves with purpose, whose legacy is written in their actions. Your past doesn't define you. Your decisions today do. Can you see it? The person you've become? The one who doesn't look back? Who doesn't apologize for being great? That's who you are now. That's the legacy you're building. It's not just some dream you're chasing. It's the life you're living. The grind doesn't stop. It never will. But it's no longer about trying to catch up or proving anything. It's about living your truth, standing tall in your identity, and letting your results speak for themselves. No one owes you a reaction. Deliver anyway. The results are already here. You're already living the life others only dream of. It's in your confidence, It's in the strength of your decisions. It's in the legacy you're creating, not just for you, but for everyone who comes after you. What's it going to be? Are you going to keep waiting? Or are you going to step into the new version of you? Because the person you've been waiting for, they've already arrived, and the world better watch out. This is who you are now. The person who no longer dreams about success. They live it. No more excuses. No more delays. It's time to claim your results. It's time to claim your legacy. What's next? Because the real journey has only just begun. You didn't wait for a sign. You didn't wait for a confirmation. You just acted. You took each day with the understanding that every small choice, every step forward, was creating something bigger than you could see. And now, that's real. You are writing your own legacy with every move you make. This is not about the applause. This is about your commitment to the grind. This is about what you've created, and it speaks for itself. Are you going to finish strong, or are you going to settle? The temptation to stop. It's always there. The comfort, the ease, the allure of giving up. It whispers to you. But here's the thing. Giving up means staying stuck. It means you repeat the same cycle. You've pushed through so much to get here. Don't let the easy path lead you backwards. Not now. Not ever. You've come too far to fold now. This is who I am now. You've become someone who doesn't quit. Someone who doesn't back down. Someone who gets results because they don't accept anything less. Your past struggles, they've shaped you into this person. Every setback was just a lesson in disguise. And now, you see it. You see the power in your own hands. The ability to create, to lead, to shape your destiny with unwavering conviction. You've done what most people won't. You've built a new identity, one that is unshakable. Now it's time to live it. Now you write the next chapter, the future you've earned. It starts now, and it doesn't stop. No applause, just proof. This is your truth. Your legacy is being built with every choice you make, every action, every move, every decision. They matter, they carry weight, and the world will take notice. Not because you demand attention, but because your actions speak louder than anything else. You've earned your place, you've earned your future, and now the world will watch as you create the life you've always known was possible. What are you going to do next? The work is never truly done. The grind doesn't stop. But here's what you need to understand. You're not the person you once were. You're someone who operates at a higher level. You're someone who shows up, who delivers, and the world has no choice but to take note. So what comes next? The future is wide open. It's yours to shape. But now you have to decide. Are you going to take the next step with the same intensity, the same fire, or are you going to let it slip through your fingers? This is the moment that determines everything. The future you've built, it's waiting. The legacy you've earned, it's in motion. This is who I am now. The fight continues, and you're ready for it, because you've earned your place in this world, and nothing can take that from you. Your legacy is unfolding, piece by piece, with every decision. The only question left is how far are you willing to push? The choice is yours.